and they discovered that there is some abnormalities, and then I realized that I had leukemia.
My amazing one is just seeing a patient who's 19 and who has leukemia, who no longer has signs of any leukemia whatsoever in his body.
I had chemotherapy, which almost killed me, and that was pretty rough, and I was scheduled for a bone marrow transplant, which the survival rate of just going through the actual transplant itself is like 50%.
We could not, in good conscience as parents, take him through a bone marrow transplant procedure because we knew that would probably kill him.
He had leukemia. His chances, his prognosis was, what, a year to live with chemo.
Before you go through a bone marrow transplant, reading all that information and seeing all the possible side effects that I could just see myself getting, plus worse. I was with my mom and she was like a wreck the whole day, just crying and everything. And
then we went up to Barry's clinic in Cottonwood, Arizona, and that's where he had his first session in the life vessel.
In fact, the first time I was in it, I couldn't stop smiling when I got out. I just had the biggest smile all the way across my face.
And we saw the tremendous progress in Luke's mental outlook, his physical condition.
My energy, when I come home, my parents say, "Man, what are they giving you over there?" Because I just full of energy, and I really feel refreshed, and it's a very good feeling.
There's no blasts, that's the premature cells in his blood, found. So this is after 7 months from the date he was diagnosed.
A lot better than chemotherapy. You just feel better instead of feeling worse to get better.
So beat the ICU?
Oh yeah, hands down. Well, it's been 5+ years, and I'm doing wonderful. Obviously, I'm still sitting here today, and you know, the doctors back in Cleveland told me that without their chemotherapy, that I was pretty much a goner, and we pretty much proved them wrong. And after a 1.5 or 2 years of you know, having sessions in the life vessel and just doing that sort of thing, and you know, watching my diet a little bit, and you know, following Barry's advice and Valerie's advice and your advice, and everything has been great. And the doctors told me, you know, you can't argue with success no matter how you get there. And that was after a 1.5 or 2 years. And I know with leukemia, 5 years is a big, as with, you know, most cancers, being in remission for 5 years is a pretty big stepping stone. And I stepped on that stone back in July or June, so a couple months ago now. And so I guess it's been 5 years and a couple months, and I'm doing great, and you know, my health is excellent. I've since moved from Cleveland to Southern California, where I now reside, and I have a family. I have a wife and a daughter, and you know, everything's good in my life right now. I don't see anything that I would change going back before I got sick with leukemia, or you know, after the fact, going from, you know, a traditional type of chemotherapy or bone marrow transplant versus the life vessel. Just the whole how it's just relaxing, non-invasive. You don't have any, you know, doctors poking you with needles and, you know, checking this, checking that, and it's become a lifestyle for me a little bit as well, just with my overall mental attitude towards things, and my eating habits, and just the way I live my life every day. And you know, I don't take anything for granted, and I really try to get the most out of every day that I can. And without the life vessel, I wouldn't be here. I guarantee that. So I'm thankful